What's going on, guys? This is Bebarnee, and today I'm bringing you a sniper-only squad deathmatch game on Island Ascentes. And these are just some nice clips from 2 games I had on this server, and I highly recommend you to check out this server. I don't know if there's a similar one in the US. This one is based in Germany, and there's also 2 other servers. One is pistol only, and the other one is rockets only. So Crawler style RPG 84. And it's a lot of fun, because it's not you're not going to come across players using the side or the b0ss or any other automatic weapon. It's just those weapons that everyone's using, and it makes it a lot of fun. And I definitely enjoy playing on this server. Lately, I've been playing a lot less with the snipers. It's just a little bit overused now, and I'm a bit guilty of that too. And I've used the sniper rifles way too much in the past, I think. So, recently I've been using many other weapons that I haven't used before. So, for instance, the Uzi is one of them. I somehow missed that weapon, completely when I was playing Bad Company 2 on the Xbox. So even on the PC, it was just the XMA Compact and the UMP that I was mostly using, and I somehow completely missed that there was another great SMG in the engineer class. So I'm using the Uzi a lot lately, and sniping in Bad Company 2, in my opinion, is quite fun, and I definitely think it is a really rewarding way to play the game. Unlike playing with automatic weapons, I think it is a little bit more difficult to be good with the sniper rifles, to be good with single shot weapons, than it is with the automatic weapons. I think it just takes a little bit more skill, because you have to hit with your first bullet, otherwise you're pretty much dead. Obviously that means that if you're coming across similar skilled players and you miss your first shot with a sniper rifle, they're most likely going to kill you if they have an automatic weapon. If they're bad players, it doesn't really matter what kind of weapon you're using, you're most likely going to kill them. So, because of that, I think that, if let's just pretend that you're coming across similar skilled players. In that case, I think it is a little bit more difficult to play with a sniper rifle than it is to play with an automatic weapon. So it's quite rewarding, and it's nice to get nice drag strokes and no strokes and jump shots and all that kind of shit. So that's why I like using it, and that's why so many people have been using this kit lately. And it's a little bit overdone now. Most of the montages you see are players running this aggressive recon kit, which is most of the time the SV98 with the garage, the kit I'm using right now. And it is by far the most effective kit if you're trying to be an aggressive recon. Although the M95 has a slightly longer one-hit kill range, it takes so much longer to reload, so that many times you will die because of that. And also having 10 bullets in a clip is definitely a big advantage. So that's why so many people use the SV98. I mean, I've been saying this for a long time, yet so many people just don't realize that all the sniper rifles do exactly the same damage, because it was, I think, the first or the second patch that was released sometime last April, when all the sniper rifles were made equal. Before that, the M95 had a much longer one-hit kill range, but it was nerfed, and all the other rifles were made equal, which was pretty stupid in my opinion. I mean, right now the M24 and the dual magnum is pretty much useless. I mean, the only advantage of those weapons is that they have a slightly smaller bullet drop. But I mean, if you're playing the aggressive recon, then you're not really going to shoot on long ranges. So that's not too big of a disadvantage. So it really makes the SV98 the best choice for any aggressive recon player. But I still think that it's fun and it's rewarding, but it has been overdone. So I'm glad that I found this server, because I can use the recon kit and use this setup without regretting it, because everyone is using it, and this is the only kit that you can use. One of the bolt action sniper rifles and the pistol. You can also use your C4 and your knife, but that's it. If someone's using an automatic weapon or any other weapon in the game, then they're gonna die immediately, and if they keep using it, I think after the third or the fourth death, they're kicked automatically. So you still see some players using other weapons because they somehow cannot read the server title, but what can you do about that? So I've been playing on this server a lot lately, and I think it's a lot of fun. So for you European guys, if you can, then go and check this server out. You just have to type M24 in the server browser. It is a lot of fun to play on this server, so I highly recommend it. And one other thing that I'd like to talk about is why players should play more aggressively in Bad Company 2. And playing on servers like this is a very good way to practice playing aggressively, because a lot of the people that I see online just like to hang back and just sit back and just chill out without actually going for the objectives or trying to get kills. I mean, Bad Company 2 is an objective-based game, so no matter what game mode you're playing, you always have an objective. Even in squad deathmatch, your objective is to get kills, and it doesn't matter how many times you die, because in the most optimal case, all of your deaths will be spread among the 3 other squads. So it's not like even if you have a slightly negative KD, you can still win the game, because all of your deaths will be spread across the other 3 squads. So if you get a lot of kills and you go slightly negative, you can still win the game. And that's the good thing about squad deathmatch. But many players don't realize that, and they just want to go 10-0 because they think that that's how they can win the game. But it's nothing like that. You have to get kills, and obviously in the other game modes you have to go and arm and destroy or defend the objectives or cap flags. There's always some sort of objective in the game, and many people don't really realize this, or just don't care about it. I don't know which one is true, but it's pretty frustrating, at least for me, when I see players just chilling out and not doing anything. And there's nothing you can do if you, even on PC where you have the public chat, if you try to tell them to, hey dude, help us out because we're getting pinned down, or we cannot destroy the MCOMs, most of the time they don't even see that there's a public chat on the top left corner of the screen. They just they just aim down their 12 times strobe, and that's all they do. And I mean, it's fine that they want to have fun that way, and I'm who am I to say how to play the game? But it is still quite frustrating when you lose a game because of crappy teammates. So and I got sidetracked here, but what I was gonna say is that playing on servers like this is a very good way to practice being very aggressive, because you have to be aggressive. I mean on the servers in the games I've played, I got probably twice as many kills as the second best scoring player, and that only comes down to me being more aggressive. So although most of the players on this server were pretty good, they were actually quite good with the sniper rifles, but they just weren't that aggressive. I mean, you can see that many of the players just casually walk around instead of running around trying to find enemies. So that's one mistake that a lot of players make, and also I think it's just more enjoyable if you play the game very actively. I usually make a comparison compare the game to a sport. It can be football or volleyball, whatever. If it's full of action, if it's fast-paced, then it's more fun, at least in my opinion. It is the same case in the game. So if you're playing very actively, if you go and trying to find enemies, if you actively go for the objectives, then I think you'll get more enjoyment out of the game than if you just sit back and just wait for some enemies to come past you and then you can shoot them in the ass. That's pretty boring in my opinion. But again, who am I to say? I just think that it is more enjoyable if you're playing more aggressively. So yeah, I mean, playing on servers like this is definitely a good way to practice this whole aggressive playstyle, and I definitely recommend checking out these servers. Once again, just type M24 in the server browser. It's a German server, so I'm not sure what kind of ping you American guys would have on these servers, but if you live in Europe, then you should definitely check this server out, because it's a lot of fun. And once this streak ends here, I'm gonna show you some fails where I just failed to hit someone. In fact, I hit them, but the game fails to register the hit. And a lot of players on the consoles complain about how bad the hit registration is in Bad Company 2. It's nothing like the hit registration on the PC, and I just don't really understand why it is so bad, but it is downright obnoxious. And I definitely hope that DICE will fix the hit detection in Battlefield 3, because it can be game breaking sometimes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It wasn't real commentary, just a few nice clips. And next week I'm gonna upload some Counter-Strike videos, so I hope you guys will enjoy those as well. And until then, I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.